Welcome back to Sturge-tropia. This is Sturge with episode 2 of the Toulan Files. And I'm here at the Citadel, getting ready to do some crafting of the only available Toulan Finder. The blueprint is available from the technician. And so I'm gonna craft that today. First, I think I need to mine for all of the materials for that particular finder, and then we're going to do a little bit of crafting. But let's take a quick look at where to get that particular blueprint, and then we'll get mining and get talking about what's going to happen in the future with this. Now, I already have the blueprint, so I'm just going to go over to the manufacturing terminal. Construction machine, I guess, is it's called here. And I'm going to filter out everything but finders, and it's the Sabad Finder M2 limited blueprint. And what do I need is quick ingots, 9 of those, calderite. What else do we need? There's zircon and mammoon. And these are the stats on this 303.5 meters average search depth. And once you're level 2.5 in prospecting, surveying, you're going to be able to use this thing at full capacity, this finder. So definitely a lower level mining finder, but I think using the planet specific finder on that planet should give you more of the planet specific materials, like the mammoon and the aquikstone and the zircon and so forth. Now, I've got some calderite locations here. Stupidly, I literally TT'd all of my calderite the last time, so I found it thinking, oh, I'm not going to use that. I'm so smart, I shall TT it. And I was wrong. So I actually need to go and get some calderite. This is where I always say be smart and keep good track of your like waypoints for the resources like calderite. If I didn't have these resources, I probably wouldn't be able to find calderite on the planet very easily because those locations are very important. Now let me open up the screen here and see. I've got some calderite, and I have 3 links. I'm gonna put those waypoints down for the calderite, and you can see where they are. They're around Guardian Village, and then there's going to be one, I think. Also, yes, I did include the finder that I used for these. So there's one next to Guardian Village, another one Guardian Village. Oh yeah, and then Pit North. That's the other one. So let's go mining. Okay, so here I am just out by the beach from Guardian Village, sort of the south, sort of towards the water area of Guardian Village. I'm using F101 because, again, the search depth is very similar. As I demonstrated in the last video, I think the F101 is really good for finding planet-specific resources, as well as finding other resources like calderite, which I've found in the past. Those links showed the F101 and the F105. And shoot, there was nothing there. Yeah, let's maybe drop a few probes in the area, see if I can't get a little bit of calderite in this area. I know I found it here multiple times. That's usually my basic waypoint for things like calderite or cumbers or listerium tend to be area specific, meaning you can get a lot of it in that area. That's the second drop of nothing. So it's possible to get calderite in much larger radius around that particular hit, but I may be off the cycle at this point. I suspect that calderite comes. There's an up cycle for calderite and a down cycle for calderite. So if we don't get anything here, we're going to run off to what I like to call Calderite Island. Yep, nothing there. Let's move on. Now I'm just coming by the docks, the Guardian Village docks. Ooh, and I've got an ominous red triangle. Yeah, well, we're not in PvP here, I tell you. Yeah, this little island over here, many times I've come out here and just found the non-planet specific resources on this island. I don't know why that is. Normally I wouldn't mind on a cliff, rocky, tiny island like this, because that's sort of dangerous. But this is my other calderite location where I've hit, like I said, in area wise, that this island has produced calderite for me, at least on Toulan. And Ferrustone. Okay, yeah, we're definitely off the cycle then, because now I'm getting very planet-specific items, so... what to do? I guess I could drop another probe, even though I know this cycle is off, so I'm going to have to... If I can't find calderite, I'm going to have to import it, and that gets expensive. Anything here? Negative. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Well, yeah, I'm going to have to import it. All right, last ditch effort over here at Pit North. This is my last calderite location. I don't mind sharing these calderite locations with you. Calderite, doesn't have a tremendous amount of markup, but it's also good to know where to find them on Toulan if you need them. And, no. Yeah, the cycle's different right now. So I got zircon instead of calderite in that location. But that is a good, you can see I'm right next to the Pit North teleporter. So if you need calderite, you're welcome to pause the video back back when I showed the waypoints and jot those down and go to those locations if you're looking for calderite on Toulan. Like I said, I'm gonna have to import it. There's no other way to do it. I'm not gonna find enough of it. One point that I do want to make is that the F101 more often than not will get you very large finds. Here's a sizable Aqueak right outside of the Guardian Village gate to the south. And then this was my second run trying to find calderite a couple of hours after the previous run, and I ended up picking this up. So actually, it was a nice change. Made a 19 bed profit, which really just diminished the amount of loss that I had from previous mining runs. So you can find large finds on Toulan using an F101 finder, as we've seen. I've a Zircon 150 bed, Mini Hoff, and there's that 11. And I've also found Listerium at the same size using an F101 here. So still, F101 is still a really good finder for Toulan. Well, the only other thing that I needed was mammoon, and this is my mammoon island area. There's quite a bit of mammoon over here. It is on a cycle. There's no doubt in my mind. You'll find a lot of golly. Golly! Gomer, you're here on Toulan? Surprise, surprise, surprise! I couldn't help myself. Lots of golly. Golly! Anyway, these are my waypoints for them. This is near the Sandy Shores point teleporter. Off a little bit. Some people out here and hanging out. I'm doing some mining. Yeah, it's off wave. Golly is off wave. So if I don't find any right away, I'm just going to wait a few minutes and we'll see. My waypoints are pretty good. These little islands right here, they're 3 little islands sort of on that central lake area off to the southwest. But they're just like northwest or northeast from the Sandy Shores teleporter. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm getting anything, so I'm going to have to keep going around. Yeah, you do have to kind of kick around here with the Dahar. They don't aggro very easily, so it's no big deal. See, there's some golly. Golly! Yeah, so far that's all I'm finding. But now I'm on a much larger island, and as soon as the mammoon cycle ticks on, then we're going to start finding it here. Sometimes you got to run these guys in the water a little bit, but that's all right. You get a little bit of shrapnel from the armor decay. Well, I haven't had a whole lot of luck here. A lot of NRF, I tell you. Sooner or later, that cycle's got to tick up. There we go. There's some mammoon. 364 meters. F101. Golly Island. Mammoon Island. Yes, the cycle has begun. Guess the only tricky part out here is the Bari. They aggro fairly easily. Once you just get a tiny bit, they're kind of like, they aggro right at the level of Merp, I'd say, and they're really fast, and they hit fairly hard. Not too much, but you gotta run them into the water every once in a while. If you're only out here to mine, then you gotta watch out for the Bahari. There aren't too many. There are probably only maybe 8 or 10 that spawn on the island compared to the Dahar, but something to keep in mind. Well, still running around. I've got Cosworm and binary fluid, but not any more There's another mammoon. I have the F105 out at this point. Okay, so it's sort of toward the center of the island. That's the second hit of mammoon. I don't know if this is going to be enough. I want to get enough clicks to make at least 1, maybe 2 of the Sabad M2 finder. At the rate we're going, it's going to be pretty challenging. Well, it's like 20 minutes later. A lot of golly. There we go. Some mammoon. Right in the center of the island there. Whew. I'm going to call it there. That's plenty of mammoon. We should get a couple of clicks out of it. I think it's 9 ingots, though. Or 9 whatever mammoons they are. And, we'll just get to crafting. Well, I had to buy the calderite. I didn't have a choice. I had to import it from Calypso. And it was expensive, like 113% markup, plus the 6 ped to get it here quickly so that I could make the video. This is why I'm always out of ped. You know, it's because when I go to do something on a planet, Murphy's Law takes over. I can't get what I needed. It's okay. We can make it happen. So we got 3 clicks here. Let's get at it. Let's see what happens. Hopefully this will turn into an extra click and we can get it. 4.5 ped, 415, not there. 5.5 ped. All right, 557. That's one. At least we have a finder we can work with now. A little quality rating increase. Last click. Do we get anything? Negative. All right, well, we have a finder. We've got something to work with. We just need more mammoon. I guess that's it. So when I get more mammoon, I will make more of these, but we've got one to work with. Okay, I'm over here, sort of to the east of Nahar City, near the Dam Cliffs outpost. It looks like we got ourselves a little Listerium. I had to cut the sound of the finder out since it really seems to screw up the audio, and I haven't yet quite been able to nail down how to fix that particular thing. But here we go. We got some Listerium, a little 3-pedder. And we're moving on over here to right next to the outpost itself. And doing a little mining right next to the outpost. Let's see what we can get here. And looks like we're going to get some Aqueakstone right here. That's really good news. So definitely use the M2, Sabad M2 to find Aqueakstone in this area. Right here below it, again, another Aqueakstone. That looks pretty nice. This is a 3-pedder. Starting to look up. Aqueak is well, it's great to find that it's not a rare resource on this planet, as the markup sometimes might suggest. So keep in mind, you can find lots of Aqueak in lots of different places, and this Sabad M2 is a really, really good finder for that. So is an F101 and F105. Well, I don't know if the Sabad M2 finder helps you find Bombardo, but there's some Bombardo. So that's nice. Here I am heading over to the water's edge, the big dam, and see what else we can find. Usually you find list near the water's edge. In this instance, we're going to find zincstone. So there's a different available resource using the M2, the Sabad Finder M2. So that's good information. We can find Listerium, Aqueak, zinc in this particular area. I'll have to explore a little more and see what else we can find. One of the things I didn't mention earlier was the decay on the Sabad Finder M2 is right around a peck, which is actually really, really good decay for a finder like this. Very similar to the 1 peck and decay of the F101 finder. So there we go, a little Aqueakstone right there. Let's take a real quick look at the decay. Let's see if this is right actually at a peck. So we'll just wish you could just have a refresh button. That would be really nice. Looks like a peck there. So remember, when I made this, it was 5.57 PED in value. So I've been doing quite a bit of mining with it. 47 drops, I'd say, sounds about right for the number of drops with this particular finder. But let's check and see. We'll do a couple more drops and see if it's more than a peck. We'll get. It won't go down by 1. It'll probably go down by 2. Wish we could get a few more decimal places just to see. Let's see what we get here from this particular drop. Oh, look for Roostone, and I'm right by the... Oh, what's that? I'm right by the Guardian Village, so that's good. And it's another peck in decay there. So I'm going to call it a peck. I know I do one more drop, and then it appears to be a peck. So that's good news for this particular finder in comparison to the F101 finder, which also has 1 peck in decay. Certainly, if we go to the wiki, we can just look at the F101 here. 1 peck in decay for the F101. So that's not bad. 263 meters in depth. That's good. Let's go down here to the Sabad M2. And it doesn't show any decay. The Sabad M1 shows 0.75 of a peck. But we're getting 303.5 meters in depth. And yeah, it doesn't show any. I'm going to have to ask the Virtual Sense people what the decay is on the Sabad M2 finder. And hopefully I'll be able to get that information and update the wiki and update other people in this video. The next couple of videos, we'll see if we can come up with that decay. As I mentioned in episode 1, you come right here when you first land on Toulan, and you can get the new mining missions from Thana here, and these are the Bronze Award missions. They currently do not have an experience point award associated with them. That may change in the future, but they currently do not. Now, that that being said, they do actually have an award, and it's a bronze trophy award for the completion of each one of these particular mining missions. Is my understanding that only one avatar has completed one of the missions and received the awards, and there's another that I've been talking to Heidi, and hopefully Heidi Stephanopoulos will get the award soon. Let's take a look at those awards and see what they entail. All right, quick look at the Bronze Award. Here's the Highly Capable Aqueak Miner Bronze Award. It's like a little plaque with some Aqueak stone on it. These were created by Kendra of the Virtual Sense team for each and every one of those mining missions. So they're going to look a little bit different. Like I said, this is the Aqueak one. They'll be looking at the Nawa Drops award. That's kind of cool. I haven't seen all of these. I imagine you just put them on display in your apartment or whatever, and this is your bragging rights for completing those. So we'll see in the future if there's an experience award attached to these, but so far, thank Kendra for her hard work in creating these awards. All right, so there we have it. Some more fun and interesting information about the good old planet of Toulan and all the update stuff that's going on here, sort of as it pertains to mining. I've been doing some hunting and some other things, some crafting and exploring because there's so much going on here with the new version update. So I just want to thank everybody for watching and encouraging these videos. Look, there's a little sham. This is a sham. And I appreciate all the subscriptions, all those of you who've subscribed, everyone who has liked and commented on these videos. Next week, I think we'll do a little bit more exploration, discovery stuff here on Toulan, and then I may well move on, depending on what information I can get from the Virtual Sense team regarding other things that are happening here, the finders, blueprints that are available, so on and so forth. So I'll spend the next week working on my projects here on Planet Toulan, and I hope to see you in the game and on YouTube. Please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe down below and hit the like and the notification button. It really helps these videos move to the top of the list for Entropia Universe inquiries and searches and so forth. And since I'm doing this weekly, I'd like to see the more and more people join, and it gives me motivation to keep going. So thank you all for watching. This is Sturge signing off. Ciao for now.